Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Keanu Esports stream. My name is Shadi Zedihana, and I'm joined by Cherry, and I'm just realizing now that the stream is lying to you. My name is not Chunk. That's incorrect. I'm a different person. But that's okay. Cherry is going to be joining us on stream today, and Cherry, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. We're really looking forward to streaming our first actual in-game collegiate Overwatch match. So that'll be really exciting.
Yeah, it looks like we have the players warming up. Right now, we are going to be seeing the first map on Busan, I think. That's what it seemed like at the start. Not sure if that was right, seeing as we are on a different map now. But looks like everyone is chilling in the center.
Yeah, we're going to be on it might have been, I don't know if they took the wrong map, but it looks like they're all on Ilios right now. Oh, here we go. It's just the warm-up phase. And now we're on Ilios getting ready to get into the game. We'll switch over to the POV. Now you should be able to see the game in just a moment here, as Overwatch remembers how to load. There we go. Excellent. And we'll take a nice little look around Ilios as we wait for the players to start. This is the Runes variant of Ilios, I believe. We'll go take a look over at our Huskies here.
We will see this first map come out. Looks like we're going to be seeing a mirror Junker Queen pick on either side, and it does seem to be it's completely mirror compositions with a Lucio Kiriko for that healing. Interesting picks. I haven't seen a Kiriko in the at least pro play meta in a little bit. I don't know about you. It will be interesting to see how well that can combo with the Genji pick using Nano Blade on the Kitsune Rush. But yeah, we're gonna get into our first match right here on Runes. Looks like we see a bit of a head start coming up from red team. They're already towards the platform. Everyone seems to be gathering up towards the right side, trying to contest that heal pack, and it looks like we are going to see a lot of damage coming in right away from the side.
So, I guess quickly to introduce our teams, obviously on the blue side we have our Keanu Huskies, our new roster, Clover, Nyx, Magoo, Coda, and Purity, and on the red side the Bronco Esports Gold roster, Korsny, Coffee, Fetz, Dane, and I'm gonna have a very hard time saying that, Drokestar? We'll say Drokestar. And that's going to be a great lead for the Huskies already as they're able to take over that first point, start pushing their opponents back, and get a dominant control of the point. Well done to the Huskies to start things off in game number 1.
Yeah, we didn't even see a single death from the side of the Huskies there, just to show that their supports are really doing a great job right now of keeping their team alive. We're going to see Mengu going in for some early damage, trying to get it, but a lot of more damage will be coming back onto him.
Yeah, Magoo, known for the Hammond, known for the Winston. The Junker Queen is a new pickup. I think it's a meta pickup that the team's been experimenting with as the meta continues to evolve. And as you can see, a very popular pick on this map. Both teams opting for that Junker Queen to start things off here on the Ilios Runes variant.
We will see the first death come out from the Huskies, with Purity getting taken out. Strong pick. Nyx also getting taken out. The Roxton, though, they will get the trade-off. Clover going in with the dash. Getting the blade off, getting 2 instantly. Thieves, Coffee, Kornsky. Lots of death coming in. Gets the fourth. That's a 5K from the side of Clover.
That's insane. And what a start for Clover as well. Brand new to the Keanu Huskies esports program, fresh out of high school, a local Fort McMurray graduate for him. Coming off into the Genji, when he started off with the team, Masters 4, had to put a ton of work into a solo queue game to get caught up to the rest of the team. And in his debut game, an ultimate ace with the blade. Like, that is a phenomenal way to start off your esports, collegiate esports track record in season. That is absolutely amazing to watch from him.
We're also going to see him instantly take out Coffee. A strong lead taking out a Sports. Nyx gets traded out immediately. Purity as well. Up as DPS on their side, but no. Corn's getting taken out with the Rampage. Coda also being traded out. That's 0 Lucius from either side. We're going to have to have Clover take that health pack. Already getting chased out. Gets the headshot. Takes the next one out. DJ Rockstar gets Genji diffed. And he's going in for more. The dash comes out, tries to get that next kill onto the sport, but no, that will come out for the trade. Nyx pumps the overclock, takes out Coffee, and the Kitsune Rush will come out for the side of the Keanu Huskies. Will that be enough?
Yeah, already a 99% on the point, and the Huskies are holding their ground despite all of these ultimates coming out from the Broncos, but it's just not going to be enough, and that's falling very shortly. The quick trade as well, but Drockstar are going to try to go for his own Genji Blade play now. Very difficult for him to find anything off that, though. The support, the healing from the Huskies is just too strong. Clover going to try to find this pick onto the Lucio, but does get taken out, and it looks like the Broncos might have actually been able to slow this down just a little bit here.
Yeah, and it looks like Mango's gonna have to get that 1v1, but no, Doomfist will be coming back immediately. Seth's getting that swap, taking out Mango. Easy pick for them. Nobody was with him. Nyx has to try and contest, will not get it, and it will not be a 100%. Oh, they will have a chance to bring this back.
Yeah, you have to give them a little bit of something, you know. 100% to 0 on the first round, on the first map of the first game is definitely a little bit difficult to come back from. So nice of the Huskies to give them some breathing room, and they will be able to rack up a 15% here as Clover farming up that blade again, and he and Magoo both will have their ultimates ready for this next fight on point as soon as those players get back to point and are ready to go contest.
It looks like Magoo gonna push in with the shout. Clover pops the ult, gets coffee, gets Cornsky. Gets the third, 2 more left. Doofus on the point, that's gonna be an ending kill, and it's 1 more, and they will take out all 5 for that final team fight, winning the first round of our first matchup.
And what a phenomenal way to start off the map. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. We'll take a quick look here at as we get ready for our next round. 1-0 for the Huskies, and a dominant, I believe it was 100% to 20 or to 18% roughly. I couldn't quite catch the ending there, but I mean, that's a very dominant lead on that first map, and I am very excited to see what comes up next in this next map.
Absolutely, we're gonna be seeing the same compositions coming out onto Well, which is interesting because this is a map where you can see a lot of pushes into that hole. We could see a Roadhog swap potentially, we could see a Forest swap potentially. Looks like we're not going to get it at the start, but we're gonna see if there's going to be any changes later on. We saw Thet swapping to the Doomfist, maybe we'll see something like that happening again. And an early lead on this coming out for the Huskies with a Symmetra TP. I don't think that the Broncos did anything with Symmetra there, but I guess they did because they're all competing here in the middle. But Clover, the hard carry from last game, already gets taken down. Coffee looking low, might get taken out, and yes he will. Mangu will get that hit off with the axe. They're all gonna have to run away. Looks like we're gonna see Coda going in for a bit of damage here, trying to get some extra progression, trying to hold them off the point. Both supports on. Looks like they're gonna try to take them out as soon as possible, but no, Broncos will get that first point taken. That gets taken down though. A bit of a trade there. Point for that, and Magoo. Oh. Over as well.
A little close for Clover here as they kind of fighting up inside this little hotel room. I don't really know what the proper call that is for that space there, but a nice little retake there from the Huskies. And this is where I'm going to rely on your meta knowledge here, Cherry. Why is it that teams, you know, on this well map are forcing through that left wall to start things off? Why is that such an important piece of map to contest very early on in this game?
I think that the main reason that they want to do that is for that health pack space, maybe also to just get a little bit further in. That seems like the best option, because if you go right for the point, it's very easy for the Lucio to come in, boop you into well, something like that. Anything like that can happen, but it looks like they're gonna try to do the same thing here. Kitsune Rush comes out at the start of that fight. Clover almost gets a little bit of half health, but no, he will get that Suzu onto him. Magoo, though, also gets traded out. Very not looking good for the side of the Huskies, but Coda as well getting a lot of picks, and that is going to be a full sweep on the side of the Broncos. Not a single pick. Magoo trying to get a little bit of extra damage. Clover about to pop the ult by the looks of it. 98 till at Purity coming back with Kitsune Rush. Might try and combo there, but Coffee could counter that with the beat. We're gonna have to see what the plan is here for the Huskies. Looks like we're gonna get a left side fight again.
Yeah, you're looking at this Huskies lineup and you're seeing basically all 5 ultimates available here as the blade comes down, immediately responded to by the beat drop on the side of Coffee, and that is going to kill the blade there. But the response beat drop from Coda as well should give the Huskies the health they need to win the rest of this point fight as a bloodbath on that entryway, but Drockstar with his own blade, he's gonna pop off, finds one for the Broncos, and Nyx will take one, but Clover goes down in response, and the Huskies just not able to take any meaningful space here on this fight, and it is going to be a pretty net neutral skirmish for the Broncos, holding on to that point lead and continuing to build up that percent as time goes on.
And it looks like Coffee is going to try to get out, very low on health, but no, Nyx is going to take him down with the right click. Coda trying to get damage in. Clover already gets some kills. Took back the point onside Keanu Huskies. Gonna have to see if they're gonna be able to hold it for long though. That will be coming back with the Rampage. We're gonna see Nyx trying to reposition on to the top of the building here, trying to get some extra damage in. Purity almost gets to half health, is able to recover though. Just trying to hold him out. That's whole plan here. Coda playing very high ground, trying to scout out the enemies for his team, telling them where they need to contest. And we're gonna have a strong left side fight here. Magoo already gets taken down by the looks of it. No. Maybe, yeah, there it is. Rampage will take out all healing that's gonna go to him. And Donnie will also get taken out for that trade-off. Not a great one, but we'll see. Clover, oh no, the dash will be not looking great for them. And
yeah.
Purity, oh, and that is a huge just team fight loss. Coda's going to have to try and get taken out as soon as possible, and he will.
Yeah, I think in in the Huskies' favor on that fight, yes, you lose, but you build up to 96%. You're giving yourself that last fight chance. Where now, when you can get onto this point as a team and you can touch, if you are able to reclaim the point, your opponents are basically forced into a trickle scenario. So it really all comes down to how this next fight plays out. And they are going to funnel through that left side again as Magoo gets chunked pretty hard. But he is going to be able to fall back to his supports and get some healing. And let's see if they can build up to some ultimates quickly for it to have an impact in this fight.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see Coffee getting taken out before he can drop the beat. We're going to see Clover on the continuing rush, trying to get damage. 93 till ult. We'll have to see. Will he get it? That's taken out. They will not have to use Genji Blade if they don't want to, but we're going to see Danny get taken out as well. And that's going to be the final team fight for the first game. 2-0 onside Keanu Huskies. But know that we will see a contest. Coffee trying to get that in. That swap to the Doomfist. Tries to get in, but he will not get anything. And that is match 1 in the favor of Keanu Huskies. 2-0. We're going to be going to next map.
And let's see that play of the game. I wonder, is it the Clover 5 blade? And I think it is. Play of the game, the Grandmaster World Challenger. Let's see Clover back onto the ruins, pops the blade. This was so beautiful to watch and a great clip to start off the season with as he finds 4 so fast. My goodness. I wish my Genji looked anything like that. That's crazy.
I agree. I wish I could do something like that, but that is why I am not playing today. And we will see what map we will go to for this second match in a best of 5 matchup today.
Yeah, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe the format for ABCs, you go from control into the escort map. So for those of you that aren't super familiar with Overwatch competitive, there are a number of different map types. And they're actually calling for Numbani, and that's a hybrid map, I believe. Numbani. There are a bunch of different map types on Overwatch, so you'll have some maps where you're fighting over control of a point like we just saw. You'll see other maps where you're fighting over control of a point to unlock a payload and then push the payload towards the end. There are some that are exclusively payload, and then the newest map type, you'll have to help me out here. They added push in recently, but I think there's a new map variant as well that they just added to the competitive rotation.
Yes, there is a new one. I don't know if they're playing it here. I would assume they are, because that would make it 5 matches. If it goes to that 5th, they would either have to do what they used to do back in 2022 and early 2023, go back to control, or they're going to use this last one and play it as the 5th map, potentially, unless that's how it is in professional esports. I think they play all 5. That new map, or that new map mode, is called Flashpoint. It is very similar to Control, except it is best of 3. And instead of resetting the entire game after you win a point, you go to the next one without switching. So it's a very fast pace. We'll see if they play it here. Bonnie is an interesting pick though, because this is very attacker sided. As soon as you unlock that first point, you have to spawn at the very end of the track as the defenders, which gives the attackers so much time to push that payload while you're walking back. So I initially think that we're going to see a bit of an advantage coming from the Broncos since they will have that attacking start. We're going to see how differing this team comps that they run are.
Yeah, I always know, like, I used to play Overwatch, a ton of Overwatch 1. I haven't really had a chance to mess around with Overwatch 2 all that much. But when I played Overwatch 1, I absolutely hated queuing on New Bunny just because of how brutal it was. It's so punishing if you make a mistake on defense. You don't really have any opportunities, especially on that first point, to get back. And once you get control of that first point, being able to push that and propel that momentum into future points, it's very, very difficult as the defender to kind of restabilize once you lose that first point.
Looks like we're going to see very much differing team compositions here. I don't think we have a single same pick on the entire lobby right now. We're going to see team of the Broncos running a Winston on the attack, trying to gather that high ground by the looks of it, playing more of a dive composition with the Tracer and the Echo. I don't know if that's the play here, solely due to the fact that Illari is such a defensive-based character and counters that whole dive composition so well. So now that they're running that, I think that might force some switches on Currency. Maybe not Thets, but we'll see what they decide to go with here.
Yeah, I think from the Broncos, it's been a little bit difficult to kind of get a solid read on kind of their play styles and their player preferences. But what I am noticing is that I think that dive variant is really like how they like to play. They do tend to push themselves pretty deep, and they did a very good job of making Nyx relatively ineffective in the previous games. Obviously, he was applying pressure, but they were really able to lock him down and focus him. And I think that's a big reason why we saw so much from Clover in that first map, was because Nyx on that hit scan was just getting zoned off a lot, and I wonder if they're going to be able to try to implement a similar approach in this map as well.
Yeah, it looks like we're already going to see someone in the backlines. I think that's Currency in the backlines of the defensive squad. Nyx already getting dived in by the Winston. Lots of sticky bombs going on, but he will be surviving due to the Illari. We'll see how well they can this high ground. Currency being traded out, but Coda is already taken out. That's already support down. Not looking good whatsoever. Nyx has to solo this point with the Sigma a little bit ahead of him. And Clover is going to get taken down. Not looking good whatsoever. That Winston counters his E so hard. He will not be able to use Deflect whatsoever against that. And we'll see what happens here. Nyx gets a headshot onto Coffee. So strong, so strong. We're going to see Coffee having to go back all the way from spawn, and we're gonna see Mango here being absolutely just taken. He can't do anything against this Tracer. His weapon doesn't help him against that, and he's going to get taken down as well by DJ Rockstar's sticky grenades. Not good whatsoever. And Coda will also get. Will Coda even be able to get back before it's taken the
No, I
full
think
way?
this first point is gone. I mean, we talked about it, how punishing it is when that first team gets set up on point, how difficult it is to come back. And, the Huskies put on a great defensive effort, and we got to see Nyx, really applying some pressure in this map. But as soon as he got taken down and you lost that damage, there was nobody really to cover for those supports, and the Broncos were able to really just snowball their momentum and push it forward. But that Huskies, thankfully, are able to get set up on this kind of second skirmish zone, and they seem to be doing a pretty decent job of holding their positioning for now. We'll see if they're able to build up some ultimates and defend here for some time.
Yeah, looks like we might see a Sigma ult coming out. The gravitational flux would be very big here. All the people grouped up completely. Coffee gets taken down. Clover gets the second one on DJ Rockstar, but the Blade will have to stop. He needs to use Deflect, and he will get taken out. And that's going to be another teamfight one for the Broncos. Magoo just having to die as soon as possible by the looks of it. And we're going to be seeing a couple ults left.
It looked like the Huskies just kind of overextended themselves a little bit. Like, once Clover found that 2K with the Blade, they really pushed forward. They wanted to find that kill onto Danny, onto the Brig, and they just weren't able to close that kill out. And not being able to clean up that healer and remove that large portion of sustainability for the Broncos just made it very difficult to hold that forward position. So it's just an unfortunate, decision making that they just weren't able to capitalize on.
Yeah, we're going to see the last team fight potentially before third point here. We're going to see a lot of ults coming out here. 4 on the side of the... Oh no, Danny already gets taken out. 2 out. They are not wanting to use DJ Rockstar's ult here. And the Anti-nade could be needed here to kill Clover, but no, that will not do much at all.
I don't know if you caught that right there, but Fetz made a very aggressive dive on 98% ult. His thought was, I'm going to go in, I'm going to bait the 1 HP, and then I'm going to switch to the ultimate immediately, but they killed him on 99%. And that's going to be a huge win for the Huskies because they're going to be able to buy themselves, you know, a good 30 to 45 seconds off of that miscalculation.
Yeah. That's, he dived in. I think he needed to wait a little bit longer there, but we're gonna see how well they can hold this here. Magoo going in on the payload. He is the only one to be able to contest this. Everyone else is playing high ground. We'll see if Currency is going to be able to get a pick off before he dies, but it looks like Fetz is going to dive right in there. We're gonna see if he goes for the ult a little bit earlier in here. He's half HP. He could go for it now. And he doesn't get the ult off any time soon. Coffee also gets taken out. Currency is able to get that trade off on tanks. 0 tanks in the lobby right now, and we're gonna have to see, will they be able to hold without Magoo? But he's gonna swap off the Sigma probably to make sure that they can contest and not let them cap point with that little bit of speed boost you get from the boosters. And he's gonna have to drop this ult. Magoo's already countering him here, but we'll see Clover trying to go for the high ground.
Yeah, I think the big danger for the Huskies right now is the ultimate disadvantage. I mean, yes, you have the Hanzo, yes, you have Bob from Ashe, but when you're playing into the Nano, very nearly into the Tracer Bomb, you have the Winston ultimate, you have the Echo ultimate, and you're so close to the Brig ult as well. I mean, it's just scary being in this ult disadvantage position. Even with this 1 minute remaining, they're so close to that next point. You're just going to try to do everything you can to hold them off.
Yeah, we're gonna see Clover getting dived from high ground. 24 HP goes down. Did not be able to get his ult off. The DJ Sticky Bomb gets too much damage on him. We're gonna see the duplicate come out, transforms into D.Va. Pulse Bomb takes him out, takes out Coda as well. That's a 2K basically right there. It's past the Poppy ult. Nyx gets taken out. Did see the Bob get taken out, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. Magoo almost dies, gets the health back, 98 HP. Gonna have to try and get out of here before he dies, but no, Magoo gonna get dived down by the Winston, gets out of mech. We're gonna see, will Fetch go in for more? It doesn't seem like it. He wants to keep his team alive. 1 minute 48 on the clock to try and full cap here. Danny with the Brig ult, though, that could be very, very strong. It's one of the best ults in the game, in my opinion. Purity out here with the Baptiste and
Yeah,
that amplification matrix could go big, but what were you saying?
It was a very strong, aggressive play from the Broncos, and they did an excellent job of, you know, abusing that ultimates, but it does also force them into a position where now they've committed 4 ultimates, they only have a minute remaining to get them back, and if the Huskies are able to keep headshotting the way they're headshotting, 3 back-to-back headshot kills for the Huskies, and you're killing that ability to generate ultimate charge, this might just be where the road ends for the Broncos. They don't have a lot of time left to build up those resources, and the Huskies very nearly on 3 ultimates for this next fight.
Yeah, we're gonna go into the last fight territory here. Maybe one more fight after this, but they're going to have to do something big here. Theth switches to the Junker Queen, 19% on the ult charge. That is not nearly enough to get Rampage before this match ends. We're gonna have to see Magoo. He's going to have that D.Va Bomb. That could be that final thing that they need to complete this, kill the entire Broncos. But we'll see. They're all going high ground here. Clover going to drop the Dragon. Gonna see how much damage I can get. It will not get a kill. Danny almost dies to it. Clover going to take an engagement with the Genji. Lots of damage, lots of kills potentially going to come from this, but no. Nyx almost gets taken out. Pushes them a little bit too far. Glory ult comes out. Coda already taken out. Coffee. Korensky, one shot. Will they be able to find him? DJ Rockstar gets taken out before that. Korensky gets taken out as well. Clover gets 2. Mangu gets a 3rd. Coda kills the tank. That's insane. Taking that support, killing the tank. Amazing shots right there.
Yeah.
The last one, Coffee, and that's ending the match. 2-0 for the Keanu Huskies.
Well, there's got one more half to this side. I believe they got to flip this on the other side here. We still have to get that aggressive push from the Huskies, but I like that energy from you because you're 100% right. I think that's where this is going. You know, I definitely hope that's where it's going. But as we watch how that last round resolved, I mean, Clover is just shooting straight right now. He is just on point. With everything. It doesn't matter whether it's an arrow, whether it's a shuriken, he's finding those headshots whenever he needs them, and it's paying off huge for the Huskies. Excellent team effort and some great shooting from the DPS line of the Huskies to hold it down there on that final point.
I agree. I forgot about the fact that this has two sides to it, but there's no way we go into overtime now, and they barely even got that through that third point. We're gonna see, will we get any changes for either side here? Magoo switches to the Junker Queen. Interesting pick here, now that they're going to be on the attack. Having him on a Junker Queen, not being able to take high ground, is definitely an interesting pick. We're gonna be seeing Thet's still on the Winston, playing Winston into a defensive area. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're gonna have to see how they do it here. DJ Rockstar switches to Tracer. I think Currency was on the Tracer to start, right?
Copy.
Interesting, just switching your Tracer players, but we'll see how that works.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Drockstar on the Tracer yet, I believe. It's been mostly the Genji from him, and I think it was the Echo last round. But I guess, might be just a comfort pick, putting Korseni on that traditional hit scan role now on the defense. You have this really aggressive dive from the Huskies, and they're going to go really, really quickly into this top left side and try to fight from that high ground. And it's going to be a lot of above ground skirmishing right now to lead things off in this match.
Yes, and it looks like we're already seeing Keystone Huskies get a lot more damage than they were getting.
Ooh, that's a great...
Oh, Coffee.
That was a great bomb there from Nyx that nearly found Coffee, and it's going to force him off the high ground. And that positioning alone might give the Huskies the window they need to get back into this match as vets, because it takes a very aggressive dive. The healers on the side of the Broncos doing a good job of keeping him up, and unfortunately as Clover goes down, there's just not enough damage on the Huskies to find and finish that elimination. Oh, no, you hate to see it. No, you hate to see it. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. That's really going to slow the momentum down for the Huskies. They're going to have to wait a second to regroup and recoup before that next push onto site.
Yeah, we're going to be going into our second team fight for this half. No switches yet. We're going to be seeing Clover pushing in a little bit here. Nyx trying to get an engagement with the Winston. Just have to see a lot. Big anti-nade coming out. Maybe gonna stop them, but no. Looks like we're gonna see them all just pushing through, trying to get a flank off. Whole team fight. But Coda already taken down. They're just gonna wait for him to come back by the looks of it. He's a very fast mobile character, so it won't take too long. But Broncos have a very much larger ult economy here. Coffee almost has his, Kerensky almost has his as well. But we're gonna have to see Nyx. 80 to ult, he might get a good overclock, but Kerensky already gets taken out by Mango. Nyx gets Coffee, that's what support into DPS down, but Clover gets taken out by the fire. Danny almost dead, and Coda gets him. Talk about Reddit Lucio right there. Coda gets another. And he will be able to get out with almost, I think that was 70 HP. That has the ult. He might go for another one, but no, he's going to die to save it. Looks like we're going to see the point getting taken out completely for the Keanu Huskies.
Yep.
Two people on the Broncos are going to be spawning at second point. That's going to give them a major advantage, getting a lot more ult points here.
Yeah, that was a very long drawn out fight, but I think seeing Coda get 2 melee kills on the Lucio, just diving forward and really knowing that, okay, once that DPS is down, I'm gonna have to step up and start putting out some damage. I really love that awareness from him of just knowing when to switch from that heal mode to that aggressive Lucio mode and get right in there and get the job done yourself. Great play from the Huskies to be able to push themselves onto that point and start moving this payload.
Yeah, we're going to be going into the first point as the payload is moving, and we're going to see Coda potentially dropping beat. He will with the Nano. With Nano, Winston going to have to get taken down eventually, but Coda gets taken down by Bob and Thets combined. Nyx gets his with the overclock. Megu helps Currency taken down. Nyx gets the second, but Nyx will get taken out by the shield bash. Rally's just too strong with that CC stun.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates traded there, and the Huskies committed quite a bit to that last point, but they were able to take some very meaningful space, and you still have the Junker Queen and the Kiriko and the Genji ultimate for this next point, so a lot of resources available to them for this next team fight.
And we're gonna see Clover with that Genji blade might get another 5k like we saw in that first matchup, but we're gonna have to wait for this to come out. Kitsune Rush comes out, getting dived on top. Coda not gonna be near his team. 4th heals. Nyx gets back on high ground. Magoo gets taken down by DJ Rockstar. Ult not good whatsoever. The pulse bomb is insane. That takes down Purity. No heals whatsoever. I don't think Coda might be able to get a little bit for them, but not nearly enough to save them from Thet. But he will have to back out after Genji. Kiriko's going to be coming back soon enough. Lots of damage, and we're going to see this next fight. Not very similar ult economy. Maybe we're going to have a better one for Keanu Huskies. Lots more damage coming out here. We're going to have to see a big high ground advantage coming in from side of the Broncos.
The Huskies, you know, they've taken this space. They've put themselves on the high ground. They've given themselves the ability to get a ton of info, but Corseni just shuts it down by himself. That's a 4K for him. That's an incredible maneuver from him. He finds 3 headshot kills and then immediately pivots to the dynamite for that 4th. I mean, that was a great shutdown from him. That's going to kill Clover's ultimate, and it will force him onto the Hanzo swap. Just a little bit more to go for the Huskies to tie this one up, but so far the Broncos are making it very, very difficult for the Huskies to take this last little bit of space.
Yeah, I thought that Currency was nano during that because I kept seeing that the Ana had the assist, but no, he just had a lot of, I guess, anti-nades, maybe, but Koda's gonna take out Kerensky to start this team fight off right for them. 90% on the ult, will not be able to use it, but oh no, Nano comes out onto that. We're gonna see everyone trying to avoid him. Magoo drops down the rampage. Beat gets dropped as well, but Coffee's able to take out Clover. Big Ana plays. Magoo trying to stay behind his payload, get some damage in. It looks like we're going to go into final fight territory for the key. Yeah, Huskies not looking good.
Yeah, that was a tough one, you know, for the Huskies. There was definitely a noble effort, but now you have to deal with this Bob that's going to be zoning right at the front entrance. It's going to really limit your ability to push onto site. There's only a few different angles you can take. They're going to do their best here to regroup as Clover is playing the slow game, waiting for that front line of the Huskies to come back. And it all comes down to this. You're fighting into 2 ultimates with only, you know, coming up close onto that Sojourn ultimate. That's really the only thing you have available for the Huskies. You're fighting at a disadvantage. Let's see what they've got.
And it looks like we're gonna see DJ Rockstar with the pulse bomb once again. We're gonna see a Magoo pushing high ground with Nyx right behind him in the building. Trap, Katsuni, teleport. Lots of damage. Purity takes out Coffee. Clover gets traded by Kerensky. 2 dead on that side, just for the trade of Nyx. We're gonna see Dakota try to get some damage in, but he gets stuck by the pulse bomb. Takes out him. Kerensky gets another one. Magoo with taking out Kerensky, and he is in that primal rage form. Go, Monkey, go. But no. Monkey diff. Let's see who will win this.
Yeah,
3 versus 2 on this last fight.
Excellent moves from Magoo there. Both teams kind of just decided, you know, screw this head-to-head stuff. We're just going to dive each other's supports and see who comes out ahead. And the Huskies, they're able to hold themselves onto point. Magoo's able to get that last touch despite the Winston Primal Rage from Fets. He's going to be able to do that. And now maybe if it can find this next pick here onto the Brigida, that's Danny going down now. The Huskies fighting onto the payload. Magoo finds himself a 3rd one. He's on fire. Going to look for a 4th as well. There's going to be Coffee going down. And the Huskies should be able to cap this point and push this all the way to the end.
And they will get that point. They're going in for more. They think that they can take down Frenzy, and Magoo can take him down. 120 on the clock. Will they be able to get this far? I think so. DJ Rockstar switch to the Echo. 25% on the ult. Not bad. Currency stays on the Ash. 87 to ult on Coffee. That's their closest one. Magoo will have his. Clover is going to be able to drop a pulse bomb at the end of this. If they do not get this full far, they will have so much more of an ult advantage.
Oh my god. That's crazy. What a crazy way to win that. You have such a chaotic fight on that last point, and immediately you get C9 towards the end. That's not how you want to lose that map. I'm sorry for the Broncos. That's an unfortunate way to drop. Let's take another look at Currency's 4K, because you know what? You know, you have to give credit where credit is due. Corseni, I should say. Apologies. That's a beautiful headshot onto Clover. My goodness, that guy was popping off there. You know what? Kudos to him for that. That was a great shot. That absolutely killed the momentum for the Huskies on that play. We thought we had the win there, but Corseni making that headshot really gave the Broncos another, you know, chance at life there. Unfortunately, doesn't pay off for them in the end of the map as the Huskies are able to take a 2-0 lead, and that will force them onto match point for this game number 3.
That play of the game was crazy. Clover really tried diving high ground and taking out the supports, and Currency just said no and headshot him. That was insane. That is 2-0 though. That is not looking good whatsoever. We're gonna have to see a full comeback here. 3-2 if we're going to want this. And oh, Flashpoint is not going to be the 5th map, and instead it will be the 3rd. So this is completely Overwatch League style here. Okay.
Yeah, and we're now on the new Junk City map, which is a new map they created specifically for this game mode. I have never seen this game mode or this map, so chat, I'm going to be learning with you as we get into this next match. We're just waiting for the teams to ready up for this next lobby. We're going to cut to a quick little break before we get back into this next game, just to give production a little breather. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more collegiate Overwatch after the break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Keanu Huskies esports stream. My name is Zeddy, head coach of the Keanu esports program, and I'm joined by Cherry, who's helping us out on the Overwatch broadcast today. Our first actual Overwatch broadcast of the season. For those of you that follow us on Twitter and social media, you might have been let down a couple times this week because we had a couple no-shows from our opponents. But finally getting to see the Huskies play and seeing them dominate is a nice, refreshing change of pace. This is our third Overwatch match. Sorry, I should say second Overwatch match, third Overwatch game of the season so far, and a 2-0 lead is a very nice place to be. Cherry, how have you been enjoying the game so far?
I've been enjoying this great, my guy. I think that we've had two awesome games so far. Game 1 was a little bit not so close. Game 2 was very close, right on the edge of my seats. Should have lost TBH. Like 30 seconds left, and
hey, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That's fine. It was very tight. You know, we finally saw the Bronco Esports Gold team, you know, show some signs of life on that last match, and you know, some really nice shots from Corsani that kept them in the game and nearly forced the win. But the Husky diff is just too strong, and Keanu was able to come out on top. But so far in this early skirmish here, looking a little bit dangerous for the Huskies as Coda will go down, losing that healing on the side of the Huskies.
It looks like Danny might also get taken down, but not Currency. He's gonna take now. Clover says, no, Clover, don't take out DJ Rockstar as well. Purity gets taken out. That's Kiriko. Both characters will be away for the rest of this team fight here. Clover tries going for more, and they will take out Coffee and Fat, taking this point 25 and trying to get even more than that lead that they have just lost.
Opponents are asking for pause. We're going to quickly switch back over to us so you have something nicer to look at. You got my nice little face in my clipboard there, and there's Cherry as well here on stream. So far, I mean, I really don't know much about this Flashpoint map, so I'm trying to break it down as I'm watching in. You know, it looks kind of similar to Control, but Cherry, do you think you could fill us in? You know, what are we expecting different from this Flashpoint versus, you know, a traditional Control?
It's very similar to Control. The only real difference is once you lose a point, you don't go back to spawn room. So there are lots of times where teams will get early advantages going into the second point by already being there before the other team can get there, or already having ult charge on the other team. So it's more of a combination of Escort and Control, I like to think of it, as escorts are these long, drawn-out matches, and it's very similar here. But besides that, it's basically the exact same as Control.
You know, as I'm looking at it, one of the other games that we play here at Keanu, in addition to our Overwatch team, we also have Valorant and Call of Duty programs. And Flashpoint reminds me very similar. It seems very similar to Hardpoint in COD. Well, while in Hardpoint in COD you're playing for points, obviously in Overwatch you're playing for, you know, who can control the point first. But it kind of seems like, you know, you're jumping from one and then you're running to the other and then you're going to the next, and you're kind of have this like quick point capture system, which to me is very reminiscent of Hardpoint. I don't know if you're familiar, but that's kind of what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the exact same thing the other day. I was talking to some friends about this, and we were talking about, like, this reminds us a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there, like, 100%. It is very similar to that kind of game.
Yeah, it's nice to see some new additions to the game. I mean, with Overwatch 2 releasing, a lot of people, you know, were talking about and very excited and anxious for some of the new changes coming out with the game. I mean, obviously the PvE stuff is a bit of a bummer, a bit of a disappointment, but it's nice to see that there's some new issues is the wrong word. I'm reading the chat here. Excuse me. New game modes and opportunities for players in the competitive environment, and to see, you know, the Overwatch League introduce this into their map and therefore into Overwatch Collegiate. It's just a nice, refreshing change of pace for Collegiate Call of Duty or Overwatch. My goodness, I am losing my voice today. Currently reading the chat, it looks like we're losing some players from the lobby. I'm not really sure what that's all about. We're having some conversations about Fort McMurray, the beautiful city in which we live here at Keanu College. But unfortunately, somebody's been disconnected from the lobby. So we're going to take a quick break while we wait to figure out what's going on with that. And we'll come right back with some Overwatch as soon as we know, you know, what's going on with this tech issues. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Activision Blizzard Collegiate. And here we go, we're back with some more collegiate Overwatch. Now, something I'm still learning about Overwatch, and Cherry, I think you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong here, but I do believe that when your character gets disconnected from the lobby, unfortunately, there is no way to regain your ult charge. You respawn back at 0 ult charge. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's only something that they are able to do in pro play, sadly. You cannot affect actual players' ult charge here, but we will see some very good ult charges on the side of the Canada Huskies, and we'll see Clover popping that blade, getting countered immediately by the feet. Sadly, he will not get a single pick, but Kerensky and Coffee are both already very low, potentially going to die, but no, Kerensky gets the anti along with that. Gonna be very hard for subs to come out, but the Rampage comes out. Purify drops the Kitsune Rush. So many ultimates. Purify gets 2. Magoo gets the 3rd. Clover gets a 5th.
That's just the team kill. It's just the team kill. There's nothing you can do about it. The Huskies are just better. They're going to be able to walk onto that point and abuse that ultimate advantage, and now pushing 98%. They should be able to complete this first point, and now it looks like that next point will spawn, and the Huskies running, sprinting, hauling over to that next zone to get ready for that next fight.
Yeah, and it looks like they will get that advantage onto the second point. This is my personal favorite on this map, and maybe even out of every map. And we're going to see Coda and Nyx coming out with Overclock and the beat. We're going to see how well they can do it. Dane almost gets taken out.
Yeah, nice little skirmish here at the front of the map, and I wish I had the ability to kind of walk around and just get a better sense of what everything looks like and feels like, but for now, you know, we can kind of see everybody fighting at what looks to be the entranceway to this point here, and that point has just now spawned. I believe the Huskies are standing on the point there trying to claim that. Clover trying to get some damage down before he dies. 6 HP in his name. He's trying to get a little bit of healing, but does get taken out and isn't able to find the kill onto Coffee. And it looks like the Broncos might actually be able to claim this point despite showing up late to the party. They might actually be able to claim it here.
I don't know, it doesn't look like it. Fetz and Coffee gets taken down. Kerensky's able to get a trade onto Nyx, but I don't think that's going to be enough. There's still multiple people on the point, and that's going to be 3 people keeping that point already locked down.
Wow. Yeah, I guess those respawns are just a lot farther than I thought. It looked like they might have had the time to get back in time, but supposedly not. Husky is able to retain control.
Respawns on this map are relatively close. This one's especially close for both teams, but we're going to see Clover almost about to drop that next Genji blade again. We're going to see 96 on the ult, and they just used their Suzu, so that's going to be very hard to counter. They do drop a blade here, and we're going to see how this works. The beat gets dropped. Clover's trying to find a pick, will not get one. 92 HP, almost dies here. 65. Will he get the healing before he gets taken down? Doesn't think so. And DJ Rockstar's going to take out Coda along with Nyx. 2 down, 3v5 on the point. Gonna see, will Fetz drop a Rampage? I don't think he needs to. Purify gets taken down as well. 2 people remaining on the point. Magoo also gets taken down, and they will just escape.
Yep, the Huskies now looking to force with this Kiriko ultimate. You have the Spirit Rush available, and they're looking to see if maybe they can find their way in behind Purity and using that speed and that accelerated attack rate to find some extra picks on this fight. But so far it seems to be that a big moving factor in these fights is that Coffee is just doing a great job of matching his ultimate with Clover's. There goes the Spirit Rush though. We're into the next fight.
It looks like Magoo's going to get taken out at the very start. Not looking good whatsoever. No tank. It's going to be very hard to maintain the space that they want to take. But Clover against 2. Coffee. DJ Rock. Nyx takes down Kerensky. That's 2 people left. Fetz and Danny. That's it. Danny looks to be taken down as well. 1 HP. Fetz drops the Rampage. Danny gets taken down. Everyone's alive. Fetz gets taken down as well. And it looks like Keone Huskies will be taking that second point as well, bringing this to the map, and not even just the map, but the series point.
Yeah, this is match point right here. If the Huskies are able to get this next flashpoint, they'll take not just the map, not just the game, but also the full match. And I'm starting to think either we're really bad at reading how fights are going to go, or the Huskies are just built that different that they don't need a tank to walk in and win these fights. It just seems like Clover just doesn't really care. He's just going to go in. He's going to find that headshot kill onto Corseni that he is shooting so well right now.
And And that's not just it. They're going to take out Coffee as well. A support and a DPS down. Both supports down. No healing whatsoever for the rest of the team. Dane gets taken down as well, though. Lots of damage. That looks to get railed down by Coda. And that looks to be the first team fight of the last match of the series.
Yeah, that is definitely how you want to be playing to close out the match here. You know, you've already gotten the flashpoint controlled. You have all 5 players alive and remaining on the field. Coda is able to get a ton of info using that wall riding to the best of its capabilities to get as much info as possible. They know roughly where their opponents are coming from, how many, and where they are, and that's going to give you a ton of valuable info for this next fight as Magoo already contesting that crunch point on that doorway.
Yeah. It looks like Magoo's going to go in for some extra things. Coffee almost dropped the beat. He dropped the beat, but it will not matter. Everyone gets taken out. Clover drops 3 with the Genji ult. Insane gameplay. 56 on points. We're going to last fight territory here. Currency with the ult. Overclock's going to be needed here. DJ Rockstar might be able to pop a blade. We need to get a big fight if we want to see any more Overwatch for the night.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we love seeing a 3-0 victory for the Huskies, but we also love watching them play. And if we win this fast, you're not going to be able to get to see much else. So it's really up to the Broncos here to see what they can pull off for this last fight, as Corseni is going to pop that Sojourn ultimate right away. 99% now for the Huskies. Broncos need to touch, but look at this pressure from Clover. Magoo is going to find one on the back end as well. Does get traded out. And now the Huskies looking to force onto this point, find those last remaining Bronco players, eliminate them, and finally take their first official victory in Activision Blizzard Collegiate.
Yeah. And it looks like Clover is going to have to take out Danny. Popping a beat, taking out Coffee. That's both supports down. 2v5 on the point. Rampage comes out. Purify doesn't matter. Takes out DJ Rockstar. That's going to trade that out for Coda. Gotta see Clover's gonna get taken down, and it looks like it is a 1v2 on the point. Nick takes out the last one, and these are your Overwatch winners today. Keanu Huskies will take out this amazing team of Broncos in a 3-0 fashion.
That is a great way to start the season. You know, this team has gone through so much. They've had so many games get forfeited and no-showed. And, you know, I was a little worried. I'm like, wow, people are really trying to ice them out before the season starts. But it doesn't matter. You can't slow down the heat. 3-0 victory to start off the ABC homecoming season. Excellent work from the Huskies in their debut game.
We're gonna have to wait for their next matchups to see how long they're going to be able to take this amazing lead that they're going on. Clover, probably one of the best Genji players of this collegiate Overwatch, especially as you said earlier, he is not that old yet. He is a freshman in college. That is so early to be this good. We're gonna have to see how well he can progress through the season. Maybe switch to some other characters. Maybe we'll see him on some other hit scans. Maybe we'll see him on some different maybe a Reaper, something like that. We're going to have to wait and see though. But that is going to be that 3-0. What are your thoughts, ZD?
I'm blown away, and I think it was a great game from everybody. I mean, we obviously saw some insane pop-off moments from Clover. Getting to see that Purity support play of the game last game as well really showed just how much value these supports are bringing to the game and to the team. You know, they don't really show up in the highlights, they don't show up in the videos and the montages all that often, but they provide a value that is impossible to ignore, especially when you see a performance like that from Purity, from Coda, and from Magoo, and creating all of that space in the team. Just a very well-oiled machine, a very strong unit, and a great first showing from the Keanu Huskies Overwatch team.
I agree. And it looks like they have already started leaving the lobby.
Yeah, you know, they're going to go and celebrate. I hear them cheering and whooping from the Keanu Esports Arena, our brand new facility that we've just started to open this year. You know, they're playing in the practice room just a couple of doors down from me, and getting to hear them cheer and shout and holler as they're playing their games is definitely a really valuable experience that, you know, us as the program just haven't been able to have until this semester. So definitely a great energy that we're able to bring to the team and to the program this year. Cherry, to wrap things up for today, I really want to thank you for joining me on the broadcast today. You were an excellent PvP to work with. My name is Zeddy. I'm the head coach of the esports program here at Keanu College, and we're going to be signing off with Collegiate Overwatch today. We'll be back on Tuesday with some more NACE Overwatch, and on Thursday with our NECC activation. So plenty more Overwatch coming down the pipeline. As always, thank you all so much for tuning into the stream. My name is Zeddy, this is Cherry, and we're signing off for today. Have a great rest of your weekend.